It started with an invitation. When humanity joined the Galactic Concord, they offered a simple gesture of goodwill. Come ride with us. Other species were hesitant at first, understandably. Humans, after all, hailed from a death world. But curiosity often outweighed caution in the galactic community. The first to accept the invitation were the Zeltri, a peaceful, water-dwelling species known for their love of exploration. Ambassador Clintar stepped aboard the HSS Tempest with wide eyes and hope in his chest sack. That hope didn't last long. The human ship was like no other vessel the Concorde had ever seen. Where other species used gentle acceleration and perfectly stabilized artificial gravity, humans used brute force. The Tempest launched not with grace, but with a violent roar and a jolt that slammed Clintar into the wall. Inertial dampeners warming up, a human crew member said casually, as if the G-forces were just part of the experience. Clintar passed out before the ship reached orbit. When he awoke in a medical bay, strapped down with padded restraints, he was shaking. Is this how you always fly?" he asked weakly. Lieutenant Ramirez grinned. "That was just the launch. Wait till you see combat maneuvers." Word spread quickly. The next species to try were the Parnexi, cold-blooded lizardkin with combat experience. They thought they could handle it. They boarded the HSS Fury, a human battleship, for a training cruise. 5 minutes into the jump, the Parnexi ambassador began projectile vomiting through all 3 mouths. The ship's navigation relied on a system humans called chaotic drift vectors, a method that defied normal spatial logic but allowed for unpredictable faster-than-light travel. To most species, it caused instant disorientation, hallucinations, and a kind of nausea that triggered ancient fight-or-flight instincts. But humans called it fun. "Why do you not use safer routes?" one Parnexi asked, clutching his stomach. Captain Doyle just laughed. "Because predictable routes get you killed. Pirates and hostiles can't track what they can't understand." The final straw came with the Threenax, a hive species with a rigid hierarchy and impeccable self-control. Their minds were linked, and they prided themselves on emotional discipline. Until they witnessed the cargo bay. There, they found what humans called pets. But these were no ordinary animals. There was a bear in body armor, a crow that could mimic human commands, and a genetically modified octopus that played chess. "Why do you travel with such dangerous creatures?" the Threenax Queen asked, horrified. "Back up," said Commander Chen. "If we get boarded." The Queen blinked all 12 of her eyes. "You weaponized Earth fauna?" "Well," Chen shrugged. "Not all of them. The raccoons are just for morale." That night, a Threenax scout entered the mess hall and witnessed something that would traumatize their hive memory for generations. A human eating hot wings, laughing maniacally while sweat and tears streamed down his face. When the scout asked if it was some kind of punishment ritual, the human only said, "Nah, just Tuesday." After that, no species ever willingly boarded a human vessel again. They gave excuses: diplomatic matters, gravity intolerance, urgent business on other planets. But the truth was whispered among diplomats and captains. Never step on a human ship. You might not come back the same. It wasn't that humans were cruel. In fact, they were welcoming, cheerful, even protective of their guests. But they were also unhinged. Their ships were chaotic, their food could double as chemical weapons, and their idea of relaxation involved activities that most species classified as torture. They sang songs about explosions, named their escape pods things like WOLO3, and had a superstition about something called the Red Shirt Curse, which no one understood but everyone feared. In private Concord meetings, one phrase was repeated whenever human joint missions were suggested. "Let the humans come to us, but by the stars, don't go to them." And yet, humans didn't seem offended. In fact, they preferred it that way. After all, solitude gave them space for experiments, for modifications, for improvements. And while the rest of the galaxy watched them from a distance, humans continued to build bigger, faster, louder ships. Because deep down, they knew the truth the galaxy feared to admit. Human ships weren't made to be safe. They were made to be survivable by humans only.